exciting one under the lights on Sunday night.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the... Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, it's that time of the year. A little bit more urgency. The calendar page turns to November. We kind of know who the good teams are. At the midpoint of the NFL season, always a great time to take a step back and look ahead to what's down the road for us.
Yeah, no doubt. And I always felt, even as a player, that you never really knew how good you were as a team or how good everyone else around the league was until you kind of got to this point in the year. November, December football. That's really where teams separate themselves from the pack, and that's where playoff pictures start to unravel.
Stage is set. The ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. A safe kick taken at the 5. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
I think the biggest thing that stood how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. Punt team out, ready to send this one away. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
It's not so much that he was able to throw for over 400 yards in last week's game, Mike, but it's the fact that he made it look so easy. Every time he touched the ball, it seemed like they were just up and down the field with very little resistance. And he doesn't necessarily have to repeat that type of production this week, but it certainly wouldn't hurt their chances of winning if he's somehow able to do so.
So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add react to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. A throw on the move is caught.
These are the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as we take a look at league leaders in receiving touchdowns by the running backs, he's right up there among the best in the league. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Thrown left side, the catch is made. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down. They motion the slot man left. Throwing now from the gun. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
At the 30-yard line.
And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
We'll try to pick this one up on the ground. And that'll keep the drive going. He's got the first down. Up past the 40-yard line. Back to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. That'll give on the ground. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. 3rd and a yard. A tight end in motion now. He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Receiver in motion, going right. They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. But this is taken in by a teammate.
I feel like we see this so often, Mike, especially with how good these receivers are after the catch. They're so eager to pick up that extra yardage. Sometimes they don't completely put the ball away, and with how good these defenders are at knocking it loose, pretty fortunate on that one. His teammate was there to prevent that from being a turnover. That's a heck of a stop there defensively, Mike. 2nd and inches, you're thinking the first down is pretty much a formality, but not for this defense. They pack it in tight, they sell out on the run, and they're going to force this team to snap it again on 3rd down.
And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there, short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now, faking the give. Oh, no chance to get rid of that one. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. And as the medical staff looks him over, will step aside. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down.
I don't have any real advanced analysis for this one, Mike. I mean, I think the simplest way to categorize it is this possession has been a disaster.
Here's their punter now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And that one had too much behind it. It's into the end zone for a touchback. The visitors' offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. The motion man is Johnson. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down. They'll stick with him again. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down. Like living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. His drive will start on the ground, and he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the 1st quarter. So we are through 1 on Sunday Night Football. NFL Sunday returns after this. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 44-yard line.
They'll turn and hand this one off. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
He'll send a tight end in motion right. Throwing now on 1st and 10. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
At the 16-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. He'll tuck, and he's into the end zone. Has a touchdown. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
The extra point is up and through, and his guys will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he is right up there in the NFL at this point in the season. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Third and long. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Checking it down. This one is caught. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up fourth down. On comes the punter now, as he'll come on to punt this one away. This brought in out past the 20. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. Here's first and 10. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Trying to shove his way forward, but brought down after a gain of a yard. Here's second and 9. Man in motion, heading left. Catch made, right side. It's Johnson. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. He'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's got it. Remove the chains. First down at the 47.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
Right back to him on first down. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. His throw left side is complete. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Slot man in motion left. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I continue in just a moment. Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try. That's going to be intercepted. And the visitors are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. The throw on the run is complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Now this defense will use the first of their timeouts. Here's the punter now. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. They send him right out of the slot. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after first down, they find themselves in 2nd and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
Up the middle they go. And they'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. Once again, they keep it on the ground. Now a 2nd timeout called by the defense, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Now they'll set up to throw. Now he'll air one out. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and a big tight end momentarily. But first, let's give everyone a look at what's going on around the NFL. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And as you see, they were winners earlier this afternoon. 31-28, the final score. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And as you see, they were winners in their ball game. A 2-touchdown victory. 31-17, the final. This has been a hard-fought battle thus far. Just the one touchdown to this point is still anybody's game at 7-0
on the board.
As both of these defenses have been out there trying to one-up one another.
From the 6, here comes a return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he is in the midst of a sensational season, currently second in the NFL in passing yards. The third quarter begins with a run. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2. 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. And he will score for the touchdown. His 6th touchdown now for the season. For quarterbacks, there are so many stats we use to measure a good season. This is one of them. 30 touchdowns. That was number 30 on the year. The PAT, up and good. And the visitors will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This is fielded inside the 5. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. 1st and 10. They'll motion their tight end Johnson to the air now on 1st and 10. Throwing right, it's taken in, and he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. He'll look to throw. Open man is Johnson. He's got him. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard.
At the 46-yard line.
They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Right back to Johnson. He's got it again. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Back to the air one more time. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard line.
They'll send him over to the left. They'll look to throw yet again. He'll try to hit him with a screen. Ah, they smelled the screen and took care of it. Blown up in the backfield. They need to get to the 29 here, facing third down. He'll drop to throw. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a first down. Great run after the catch in the open field, a pickup of 24. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. They'll put a receiver in motion right. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's in for the score.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. The extra point is good. And his guys will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. Now an opening past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. So now out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. On play action, he'll set up to throw. No one open, he'll drop it to his running back. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. A handoff as they try to run it here. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Throwing now from the gun. Now he takes off. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard.
Mike, this is an impressive run, especially considering the fact it was zone coverage. That's a lot of defenders with eyeballs in the backfield focused on the quarterback. So to be able to escape the pocket and pick up good yardage, really good play.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. The tight end going in motion to the left. Back to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now, faking the give. That's over the middle and intercepted. And this defense will take over following the turnover.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense. You're defending your own goal line. You got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Got a man. Good job coming back for the ball on the completion. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 38-yard line.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. They put a receiver in motion to the left. They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. A throw on the move is caught. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup. One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll look to throw again. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Sending a receiver right. That is caught, and he'll be taken down.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone.
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown. So 2 touchdowns for him in this one. Numbers 12 and 13 on the year. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. This team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. And the defense all over this one. They knock them down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
Now they'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still little work to do now on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. That screen goes for 12, and that's a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground, and that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. They'll throw out of the gun. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet. Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Here's a run going left, and a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1. He'll look to throw. Quick hitting slant there. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They've converted twice on 3rd down on this drive. Now facing 3rd and 3. That is intercepted. Into space. And he's going to take this back all the way. Has a touchdown. 2nd half, and the defense continues to be item 1 in this game. They've done the job keeping the offense in control, and now, Greg, they scored on their own.
Yeah, and they've just been dominant the entire day, Mike, and now to come up with a pick 6 here and just further their dominance, it's been an impressive performance all around for this defense.
An extra point attempt to... He knocks it through, and his guys will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. right back to the air following that pick six. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Out of the gun, he'll throw. There's that man again. Another catch. Back to the air one more time.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. That's enough for a first down. He'll drop to throw. That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. And this defense comes through with the turnover.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The home team's offense ready to get back at it. And they just continue to roll right along. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in the 4th quarter. They'll begin here on the ground. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Going down the middle of the field, and he's got his tight end. They get 20 on the connection, and that will be a first down. Handoff here, up the middle, and a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. 2nd down and 3. They'll stick with him again. And he'll get this inside the 20. A nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
It's first down, and they'll run. They'll work forward nearly to about the 18. They'll turn and hand this one off. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Here comes 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
So the fans going to head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They proved much the best in this one. Get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Good night, everybody.